Hey everyone, I'm Nicole Valencia of RotoGrinders.com, here to talk to you about the browser extensions that we offer from RotoGrinders. This is a free tool that you can install on DraftKings, and if you don't have it, you can go to the Chrome web store and search for extensions here, but a quick Google search will do it. Then you just search this in the store for RotoGrinders. You'll see the DraftKings tools, and you just add that to Chrome. Once you have it installed, you can go into DraftKings and check out all of the cool free features that we have. So we're going to start off in the lobby today, and you'll notice the margin and the overlay displayed here for each contest. The margin is just the amount of site fees that DraftKings collects for running the contest. And the overlay is good for players. It's the difference between the buy-in amount and the amount of the prize that's guaranteed to be paid out by DraftKings. So you'll only see overlay for guaranteed contests. And this number will go down as more people enter the contest. We also have the contest details that you can get by clicking on a contest and seeing the pop-up. You'll see the margin again, but you'll also see the percentage of the field that gets paid for that contest. The minimum cash amount, so 2x, this is a $10 contest. The minimum cash amount is $20. That's what that represents. The first place prize, so the 10% of the total prize pool is going to the winner of this contest. And then the top 10 prize pool percentage, which is 23.75% for this contest. You'll also see numbers here after certain users, and that just represents anybody that has entered the contest more than one time. It will show you, without having to hover, the number here in parentheses. So that person is in 9 times, this one is twice. But if you hover over the M, it will also show you. But you can quickly go through and you can search for a user and find it that way. So that number is part of the extensions as well. We have a newer feature in the lobby now. If you sort by entries, for any contest that has 5 or fewer total users in it, you will now see this user icon to the right of the entries, and that represents the opponents in that contest. So normally you would have to click on the contest details to see that Shokai is in this contest. Well, now what you can do is just hover over the user and it will tell you who's in that contest. So if you find a different contest that you want to join, you can check who are in these contests. And again, this is only for 5 or fewer. So this one has 2 users, so you can see who you'd be playing against in that contest before you enter it. Now notice we just see the margin because there's no guarantee that this contest will run unless it fills, so there's no overlay for that contest. So all these are free features that we offer that you can turn on or off at any time. There are a bunch of other features we're going to go through that you can also turn on or off, and I'll show you at the end how you can do that. But now I think we're done in the lobby. We'll go over to the My Lineups page and check out some not new features, but all the features offered there. First thing we have is the not starting warning. So for soccer and baseball contest, there is this like no trespassing symbol that you'll see in a lineup card. And the extension has this warning that just goes through and calculates the number of those symbols that are on this page. And if you have any of them, it will put this banner at the top letting you know you have a player not in the starting lineup. So if you were to swap out this player, get rid of him, that will go away. So let's find a guy starting, plug him into the lineup, and save that. Now that message will go away once the lineup has refreshed and we have green check marks next to everybody. Another feature we have is the lineup naming. So for example, I have NFL Thursday contest that starts soon and Sunday contest. I could name this Sunday Main if I wanted, but let's say this is a head-to-head contest. I am going to edit it and just change a couple of these lineups. So we'll swap out a player. Let's say I take it out of a couple of these head-to-heads and just put it in double-ups. Now it's moved down here. I still have my head-to-head label, and now I have another lineup here that I could name 50-50 if I wanted to. So lineup naming is pretty straightforward. It'll accept up to 20 characters. It will save automatically. So if I click off of this and scroll, you'll notice that I don't have to do anything. It just saves. And then we have the player exposure feature. Player exposure is a really popular feature because that allows you to see how much you have a certain player across all of your lineups. All of these filters at the top allow you to change how you want to display things. So, for example, if I were to group all by sport, you'll see some of these NFL numbers change. Now I have 84% James Conner instead of 100% because he's not in this lineup down here. And I can also group the statuses. So this would take the live and the upcoming and the new contest and group them all together as one. I don't have any live contests yet, so that won't really change the status, but it will show it to you in white so you know kind of what settings you've chosen up here. You have the option to go by total entries or unique lineups. So instead of this lineup counting 13 times in the total count, it would just count one time if I switch to unique lineups there. So that's going to drop Winston down to 67% because I have 3 NFL lineups and he is on 2 of them. Of course, if I changed the quarterback, it would drop him to 33%. So let's edit this lineup and see the changes happen. Now I'm going to pick up 33% Lamar Jackson, and we'll notice that Jameis went down to 33% as well. So you can separate the statuses, which is the default. You can group them all together. You can separate by start time game type. So NFL Classic would have a different value than NFL Showdown, for example, if that were set. You can group all by sport. These two go together, so now they're separated again. And Jameis goes up to 50%. Because this has the same start time as this one, but now this lineup card is not counting because that is a different slate, a different start time. So that's how all the player exposure stuff is broken out. It updates on its own automatically. You don't have to change anything. When you come back to this page, it will just update and refresh. Your lineup names will be saved until you clear them or clear your browser cache. So if I clear the lineup names, you'll notice all these names clear right out. It's gone, no longer says head-to-head. And that's how everything behaves according to the extensions logic in the My Lineups page. We have a couple more features under the Contest tab. So here is a contest that is a completed contest. This is a tournament, 4-point play. For any tournament that pays out, I believe it's 5,000 total prize pool or larger, and has to have, say, 10 total players, something like that. There are a couple basic parameters for it, but we have the results DB on RotoGrinders that will show you a different user's entries into a contest. So, for example, we could go directly from DraftKings to the RotoGrinders results DB by clicking the button that's installed here below the standings. And this will send us right to that contest page in Results DB. Here's that contest, and now we can look up the winners, who scored the most points, the different users and how many entries they had. So the winner had 4 entries in this contest. This is a 20 entry max contest. The person that finished 4th had the max 20 entries here. And you can see their points. The PMR is 0 because this contest is completed, of course. But we can go back and forth. If we were to go over to the back to slate button here, we could pick a different contest. Say we chose the mini blizzard, and we chose the contest link that sent us back to DraftKings. We can go back and forth and toggle this way between Results DB and the extension, because this button is going to be here for all of the contests that are in Results DB. So that's a quick and easy way if you're looking at one of your own contests, whether it's on DraftKings or through Results DB, to go back and forth and look through different things in the different views. There is one other feature here, and that is the salary cap calculator. So you can look at the head-to-head prizes, or not head-to-head prizes, but the cap space remaining. This is in the head-to-head view. So this user had 100% or $100 cap space remaining, and this user maxed out the salary cap. You can go back and forth and find different users, and this is very valuable for late swap situations. Since this contest is over, it won't matter much because everyone has already played, but you could look at a different user and go back into the view head-to-head. $200 of cap space remaining, $100 cap space remaining. By going back and forth with the view 3+ and the view head-to-head button, that's how you get to the salary cap calculator. And now we'll talk about how these features get turned on and off. So, as I said earlier, you can turn these on or off as you wish. Once you've installed the extension, they will all be enabled by default. But if you go to Chrome://extensions, you'll see I have a bunch of different extensions installed, and I'm in a developer mode here, but it's pretty similar for you guys. You can just go under the details for DraftKings tools. And if you scroll down, you'll see an extension options button. You can pop that out and you'll see all the different options that we have. So if you were to turn off the overlay, for example, and just wanted to see the margin, or if you wanted to just see the dollar amount or percentage of overlay, you could do it that way. We'll turn off the margin because that's for all contests. That'll be easy to see. We just save this. We go back to the contest lobby, refresh that page. Now you'll notice the margin is gone and we're just seeing the overlay as a percentage, which is what we asked it to do. So you can turn all those off as you please. This extension is also available in Mozilla Firefox. So if you're a Firefox user, you would just go to the Mozilla add-ons. There's an extensions area there. You can type in RotoGrinders here. And you'll see the RotoGrinders DraftKings tools. You click on that page. I already have it installed, but this will say add to Firefox if you don't have it installed. And then when you go to DraftKings, you'll see the same sort of things. In Firefox, I should have them turned on, unless I turned them all off. But the options can be set just like they can on in DraftKings, the Chrome version. So what you do is in the toolbar here, you click on the little RotoGrinders icon, you right-click, you go to Manage Extension, and the options are down here that you can go set and save right there. So those are all of the free features that are available to any member who just goes and installs the extension through Chrome or Firefox. This is free to use. If you have any questions or need any help, feel free to reach out to me on RotoGrinders or on Twitter. My handle is @nvalencia30. Thanks.